Hello and welcome to XY Gaming, mostly vanilla Minecraft. And in today's video I'm going to tell you the story of how I built this beast of a sugarcane farm in this absolutely beautiful kiddie pool that, well, is rained down from the heavens above with glorious, glorious mobs. Eventually. And I can tell you right now, this is my most ambitious and most WADZE video that I've ever done. So if at any point you go on to like it, please do not hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, and all that other dumb bullshit. Now let's just get into it. It starts with a vague, dark oak wooded layout based on my limited knowledge of both of these farms. Starting from the center of my little 3x3 hopper grid, I pillar up to what I believe to be 32 blocks off the ground. 32 blocks off the ground, baby boy! Oh, yeah, okay. Next I add the redstone mechanism that will serve as the crux of this farm. The circuit will perpetually travel in a loop, occasionally tripping the middle column with a redstone pulse. Admittedly, I get distracted by wanting to make the collection circle before I get too far ahead. Luckily, Waddles is a wonderful teacher, and once the circle is complete, it's time to remove the dirt layer and remove it with a much prettier deep slate brick. I jump down to clear out underneath the collection system before hopping back up to add the water. It is at this point that I'm sure I'll regret not heeding some advice about certain block placement prior to adding water, but I struggle with just the fence gates, to be honest. He puts it here, 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 and here, but not in the middle, because that one is distinctly thinner. Oh jeez, okay. Anyways, I dug into my provisional tunnel and redecorated it a little before realizing, it's nighttime, don't kill me! Holy shit! But at any rate, the collection system needed to be properly set up at this point, so I started with the campfires. Then you gotta section them off and make them look fancy. Add the rails and then test it out. Realize the redstone is not a solid enough block to bounce back the minecart, fix it and test it out. Realize your imperative height difference, fix it and test it out. Alright. It's time to get up here and start adding these floors. Which means, after adding the base, we need to add in the entire totem of redstone that will act as the column of this farm. Of course, tipping the top off with a little 3x3 block formation. Nice little aerial view of the circle there. Now back to the floors, and since some of the floors are going to be ceilings, I also have to take into account that there will be a cross block of water here. Everywhere else gets trapdoored though, and then you just kind of rinse and repeat that until you eventually run out of materials and have to go mining for more. And at least the ride back is scenic and peaceful. I could stare at this water switching all day, but alas, there is a ceiling to construct. Just fly. Just hit the space. Why did I not use my elytra? Alright. Trapdoors on every ceiling and a ceiling on every top. And actually, I'm going to take that top a little further out. Like really far out. Like the 70s show far. Come on out to that sunrise. I grind for that view. It does look really good though. I seem to be getting a few more spiders than I'd like, but I'm sure I can fix that. If Minecraft YouTube videos have taught me anything, and I want an AFK platform some blocks above this farm, you gotta know I'm slabbing it. Honestly, I don't think that was that much. I'm pretty sure I got more spiders than I did creepers. And maybe I could put tinted glass every third block or something. And now they're sometimes getting stuck over here. Yeah, I think I built something wrong before I put the water down. Well, maybe I can use blue ice. No. I suddenly realized I don't have access to generating ice and I set off to make an ice farm. I'm talking a completely out of the blue 32x32 one block high log walls kind of ice farm, where you put down planks down the near center line diagonally and then line it back along with slabs down the actual diagonal center. Then just fill in the water along one side and waterlogging down the diagonal. When you're done, it'll automatically fill in with water, and if it's in a cold enough area, the water will freeze into ice. Then you just still touch it up, easy. It still doesn't work. I get the bright idea to use cats, so I gotta run after them to tame them. And I thought maybe if I just nudged them into place here, they would be close enough to scare the creepers inward. Oh, and if you've seen this little structure and wondered what's in here or why it's a zombie villager, well... Okay, great. Well, now that the creeper farm is mostly done, I can move on to the sugarcane farm, which means it's time for collecting. But I probably shouldn't do it at night. All you gotta do is throw down some stairs, waterlog them one at a time, and then immediately regret your decision because you realize you have to still dig down underneath the entire thing and set up the collection system. And when I say dig out the entire thing, I mean I even gotta replace the entire floor it sits on, add the rails for the carts to travel on, so I can go back to setting up said collection system, which is really just these two sets of two hoppers at the end that will connect down here into this section on either side, that are now being collected together with this little minecart system here. This little minecart system just looks really neat. I love it. Blocks on the backs of the water blocks, pistons on each of the blocks, and a fancy line of tiled deep slate before realizing I'm just 8 observers short of... Wait, what? Alright, that was a little hairy, but let's get another view of what's going on here. And now to place all 64 observers, plus the redstone line behind each of them. Can't forget the sugarcane. Then you just gotta decorate it up nice and fancy, and definitely don't forget the lighting. How did these get here? I guess I was trying to be fancy by using these 8 copper blocks all beside each other on both sides. I don't know. I like copper, and I think it looks great, but it's also just a straight line. But also I like flat top roofs, so what do I know? And now that the separate farms are arguably done, it's time to connect them. This task requires more blue ice. This blue ice will help the items flow much faster into the hopper, and it just looks cool against the deep slate. 1 high glass walls and a flat top ceiling will keep my items secure, while the water is very simple to set up. Using kelp to fill the water column can be done by stacking or with bone meal. Just don't forget to break it. With the water done, you just need to fill it with items with an auto dropper circuit. Connect it with a minecart so it's all connected, and then leave for a quick 1-hour mining session so I can finish. At least the ride to and from is scenic and peaceful. The finishing touches are a combination of whatever I think looks good and an attempt to generally spawn-proof the project area. And this tinted glass should be a final oh my god. It just looks so cool. Time to clean it all up and take that super nice slow walk towards the rocket station. Take a step back to admire the tinted glass area once more. Swing on over to the left towards the sugarcane farm, consisting of a base stack of sugarcane, followed by the glorious catching pool and creeper farm setup. Absolutely beautiful. And now I can finally narrate the script and edit the video. I wonder how hard that'll be. Now that really did take a long time. And not necessarily because the editing is hard or difficult, but because I'm homeless. So once again, if you liked any aspect of the video today, definitely be sure to leave a like, leave a little comment, share it with every human being you possibly lay eyes on, possibly consider donating to the homeless. And as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please, have a good day. Thank you. How did these get here? I just want to say, I don't even know that it has anything to do with anything. That line, how did these get here? I really don't know. I'm about to find out in editing, but hopefully I know what I'm doing. Am I just sitting here in the dark? Oh, man. Connect it with a minecart.